It's not been that long, but yes, maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days, the feeling has not yet sunk in that Virat Kohli has decided to announce his test retirement. Now, what was the key reason behind the decision? Ravi Shastri, speaking to the ICC Insider, has given a very detailed statement as to why Virat Kohli announced his test retirement. Now, Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri share a very good bond. It was under their regime when India achieved peak rankings, and they dominated the test world unlike any. But Ravi Shastri had this to say: when you are mentally fried and overcooked, that's what tells your body. You might be physically fit than other guys, but mentally, if you are done, that's it. This is a big revelation that Ravi Shastri has made. Like, yes, Virat Kohli was mentally fried. He was overcooked by the constant scrutiny. He was absolutely undone by the fact that, okay, I'm still being judged. I'm still having constant 24/7 attention. I can't take it anymore. So that is why, with 9,230 runs after 123 tests, Virat Kohli has decided to call it quits. And this is the key reason why you have to understand what goes behind a superstar's mind. Because remember, constant scrutiny, the constant glare upon you, mentally, the spotlight can be too much for you, and that is why it's a case study. Constant scrutiny and glare can indeed result in a player getting burnt out. Shastri also revealed, I did speak to him. A week before that, his mind was clear that he'd given us everything. There were no regrets. So basically, Ravi Shastri had spoken to him a week before his announcement that yes, what he's going to do. At that time, he was clear in his mind that he was done. He had no regrets whatsoever about the decision that he was taking. But Shastri was surprised on one thing. Virat surprised me, as I thought he had 2 or 3 years of test cricket left in him. Everybody is now stating, oh, why couldn't Virat have played for 2 to 3 years? But honestly, looking at the slump he had for 5 years, barring that 1 year of 2023, you could see that Virat, as far as his test credentials were concerned, he was done. He just couldn't ensure that he continued to maintain that high standards, because from a peak of 55, it takes something dramatic to decline to 46.8. And because of that, Virat unfortunately just couldn't get going. And that is why mentally he was done. With the high intensity that he was doing, he was mentally done, and that is why he decided to quit. But everybody will acknowledge this universal truth. Kohli had the biggest passion. He had a fan following unlike anybody. And that is what Ravi Shastri mentioned. Kohli had the biggest fan following than anybody in the last decade. People watched the game and it was a love-hate relationship. People loved him in extreme. The opponents' fans hated him in extreme because he could get under the skin of the opponents. And the passionate celebrations and the way how he had exuded energy on the field, it meant that Virat Kohli, who always with his presence, could intimidate anybody that is there. And that is why now people will miss his energy more, they'll miss his intensity more. As the days go by, as the months go by, you'll see a lot of fans saying, oh, we'll stop seeing test cricket. Oh, we won't see cricket because Virat's gone. But there is one universal truth. The game always goes on, players move on, eras move on, and the game continues. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.